Have you ever looked at your blood test results and thought, how could my kidneys be getting worse? I don't even feel sick. You don't drink alcohol. You don't overdo pain medications. You try to eat right. Maybe you even switched to healthier drinks like fruit juice flavored water or diet soda because you wanted to do the right thing. But here's the terrifying truth no one tells us as we age. Some of the drinks we believe are helping us are actually silently poisoning our kidneys. And the worst part, you won't feel a thing until it's almost too late. More and more seniors are being told their kidney function is dropping, and most of them never suspected why. So I have to ask you this, what if the drink you're having every day, maybe even right now, was slowly shutting down your kidneys? Please watch until the end. I'm going to show you exactly which healthy drink is doing more harm than good and what you can do today to protect your kidneys for years to come. Don't skip. What you'll learn could save your life, and there's something at the end that might truly surprise you. For decades, we've been told that drinks like fruit juices, diet sodas, and even vitamin waters are better choices. The labels say, no sugar natural or made with real fruit. And when we're older, we tend to trust these words because they sound like they're protecting us. But here's what they don't tell you. Most of these so-called healthy drinks are loaded with hidden ingredients that put your kidneys under constant stress. Let me explain. Even drinks labeled no sugar often contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame sucralose or acesulfame potassium. They trick your body, confuse your insulin response, and over time they silently inflame and damage kidney tissues. And what about 100% fruit juice? Yes, even that. One glass can have the sugar content of several donuts. Your kidneys don't care whether sugar comes from a soda or a natural source. The effect is the same: sugar overload, oxidative stress, and overwork. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. It's not about how the drink is marketed. It's about how your kidneys react. You might not feel it today, but slowly, your kidneys lose their ability to filter. Waste builds up, and by the time symptoms appear, fatigue, swelling, high blood pressure, it's already serious. 1. Filtered water. For years, my neighbor Alice, a sweet 74-year-old woman, had no idea her daily drink routine was slowly wearing down her kidneys. She didn't smoke, didn't drink, and she stayed away from sugary snacks. But every day she sipped on flavored water, peach-flavored, berry-flavored, even immune boost water from the health aisle. The word flavored made it sound healthy, but the ingredients list told a different story. Artificial sweeteners, preservatives, citric acid, and natural flavorings that no one could explain. Alice's kidney function dropped from 82% to 56% in just over 2 years. Her doctor asked her just one question: "What are you drinking every day?" And that was the turning point. She switched entirely to filtered water, no flavors, no tricks, just clean hydration. Within 6 months, her labs started improving. Her blood pressure normalized. She had more energy, fewer headaches, and even her sleep got better. Filtered water sounds too simple to matter, but for aging kidneys, it's the single most powerful thing you can give them a break. Think of it this way: your kidneys are like a sponge. Every artificial substance in drinks makes them work harder. But water, it helps them flush waste naturally. No extra processing, no confusion. The key is not just drinking water, it's drinking enough and making sure it's clean. Tap water in many areas contains heavy metals or fluoride that can accumulate in the body over time. So if you can use a filter pitcher or tap installed, it's a small step that brings huge returns. Just like Alice, you might not feel the change overnight, but your kidneys will. 2. Barley water. When Viktor Ivanovich turned 82, he began feeling constant heaviness in his lower back. At first, he thought it was his spine or muscles, but a routine checkup revealed something far more concerning: his kidney filtration rate had dropped to 48%. His doctor was blunt: "At your age, if we don't slow this down, now dialysis may be around the corner." Victor didn't want pills. He had already been on blood pressure medication for years. So he turned to a remedy his grandmother once gave him after long days working in the fields: barley water. Barley water has been used for centuries in many cultures, Slavic, Indian, Middle Eastern, as a gentle kidney cleanser. And science is catching up. Barley contains beta-glucans and antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and aid the kidneys in flushing out excess urea and toxins. But Victor didn't just drink it. He made it a ritual. Every morning, he simmered a handful of barley in clean water for 30-40 minutes. He strained it, poured the warm golden liquid into a glass, and sipped it slowly. Within a few weeks, he noticed the bloating in his feet had lessened. The dull ache in his back gone. At his next checkup, his GFR glomerular filtration rate had stabilized. It didn't climb back to 100, but it stopped falling. For an 82-year-old, that was a win. The beauty of barley water lies in its simplicity. No chemicals, no side effects, just a humble grain doing its ancient job. And unlike juices or flavored drinks, barley water doesn't spike blood sugar or overload the kidneys with artificial compounds. It gently hydrates, soothes, and supports. So if you're looking for a warm, comforting alternative to sugary teas or kidney cleanses sold in stores, try what Victor did: barley water. 1 cup a day could mean fewer doctor visits and more time doing what you love. 3. Homemade herbal infusions. Maria Elena had always prided herself on being in control of her health. At 76, she walked every morning, cooked her own meals, and stayed away from soda. But there was one thing she didn't see coming: chronic kidney inflammation. Her symptoms were subtle at first: a little fatigue, a metallic taste in her mouth, and mild swelling in her ankles. Doctors ran tests, and the culprit was clear: her kidneys were inflamed, not failing yet, but heading that way. Prescription drugs were offered, but Maria hesitated. Years ago, her mother had taught her about something she called grandmother's tea, a blend of dandelion root and nettle leaf steeped slowly in hot water, then sipped warm before bed. So Maria gave it a try: 1 cup a night, 3 nights a week. And here's what's fascinating: modern science backs up what her ancestors knew. Dandelion root acts as a gentle diuretic, helping the kidneys release excess sodium and fluid, reducing blood pressure and swelling. Nettle leaf has anti-inflammatory compounds that support kidney function and reduce uric acid buildup, a major cause of kidney strain in older adults. But Maria didn't just drink tea, she built a routine around it. Before bed, she'd light a small candle, sit in her favorite chair, and sip slowly. It became her moment of peace, a daily act of healing. 3 months later, her swelling was gone. Her lab tests improved, and her sleep deeper and longer than it had been in years. There's something powerful about infusions made at home. You control the ingredients, you connect with the ritual, and you begin to listen to your body again. If you're considering trying this, remember, always check with your doctor, especially if you're on medication. Herbs are powerful, and that's exactly why they work. But done right, just like Maria Elena discovered, a simple herbal infusion can become more than a drink. It becomes a turning point. 4. Coconut water unsweetened. James never liked plain water. Even in his younger years, he needed something with taste to feel hydrated. So when he retired at 70, he began drinking what he thought was a healthier option: sports drinks and flavored waters labeled as electrolyte-rich or recovery blends. But by 74, James was dealing with something he never expected: chronic dehydration symptoms and irregular heartbeat. His doctor told him something shocking: his kidneys were struggling, and the electrolyte imbalance from those recovery drinks was partly to blame. That's when his daughter, who lived in Thailand for a few years, suggested something from her experience abroad: unsweetened coconut water. Coconut water is nature's own electrolyte drink. It's low in sugar, contains potassium, magnesium, and small amounts of sodium, the exact combination that supports hydration without overloading the kidneys. James was skeptical. "It's too tropical for me," he joked. But he gave it a try. 1 small glass in the afternoon after his daily walk, not from a carton with additives, just a natural, no-sugar-added coconut water. In a few weeks, the difference was clear. His energy returned. He didn't feel dizzy after getting up from a chair. His nighttime leg cramps disappeared. And at his next checkup, his kidney numbers had stabilized. What mattered most, he didn't feel punished. Unlike plain water, coconut water gave him that little taste he craved without the guilt, the sweeteners, or the chemical tricks. It's important to note portion size matters. 1 small glass, 4 to 6 Oz, is enough. Too much potassium can also be hard on weak kidneys. But in moderation, Unsweetened coconut water can be a powerful natural support. For people like James who don't love plain water but want to stay away from fake health drinks, this one simple shift made all the difference. Let's put it all together now, because knowing is not enough. You need a clear, easy-to-follow routine you can live with. Here's what a kidney-friendly day might look like based on everything we've learned. Morning 7:09 a.m. Start your day with one simple but powerful ritual, a glass of warm filtered water with a few drops of fresh lemon juice. This wakes up your digestive system, supports natural detox, and helps your kidneys flush out waste gently after the night. Breakfast idea: oatmeal with blueberries, low in potassium and packed with antioxidants. A boiled egg or small portion of cottage cheese. Herbal tea, a light dandelion root infusion, especially if you feel bloated or heavy. Midday 12:02 p.m. This is when the body needs hydration and balance. Avoid juices or soda. This is where you introduce your unsweetened coconut water. Just 4 to 6 Ahs with lunch is enough to give your kidneys a gentle electrolyte boost. Lunch idea: grilled chicken or fish with steamed green beans and rice. Cucumber salad with olive oil. Coconut water or filtered water with a slice of lemon. Afternoon 3:50 p.m. If you feel like snacking or sipping on something comforting, reach for barley water. It supports steady hydration and prevents that late-day fatigue or swelling in the legs. Evening 6:08 p.m. Dinner should be light and kind to your kidneys. Avoid anything salty or processed. Drink filtered water with the meal. Dinner idea: vegetable soup with lentils, not too salty. Baked sweet potato? A slice of melon or a few slices of apple. Before bed 8:39 p.m. This is your moment to slow down and heal. Brew your homemade herbal infusion, a warm cup of nettle leaf tea or dandelion, depending on how your body feels. Make this a ritual like brushing your teeth, but for your kidneys. Each part of the day becomes a chance to support your kidneys, not with medicine, but with habits. Small actions repeated daily have the power to change blood test results, reduce symptoms, and bring back a sense of control over your body. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to change everything overnight. But you can make one small shift today. Just one glass of clean water instead of flavored soda. Just one warm cup of barley water instead of a sugar-loaded health drink. Just one herbal infusion before bed instead of a late-night snack. That's all it takes to start healing. I've seen it with people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s. The kidneys are quiet workers. They don't complain until they're overwhelmed. But when you give them peace, just a little, they respond. You are not too old. It is not too late. Start with 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes to choose the right drink. 5 minutes to protect the part of your body that filters every drop of your life. 5 minutes a day. That's all it takes to turn damage into healing, fear into confidence, and a daily drink into medicine. So don't wait. Rewatch this video. Share it with someone you care about. And most importantly, start today. Because one day soon, you'll be sitting in your doctor's office, and they'll look at your numbers and say, whatever you're doing, keep doing it.